All right. I suppose everything's working. Hey, everybody, welcome to my channel. We're going to play some Hogwarts Legacy tonight, more or less. Um, so I don't really know where to begin. First things first, we are about halfway through the game, which is surprising to me. I thought we had a lot longer to go. But I figure we will play as much as humanly possible tonight. I don't know how long the stream's going to be. For the last ever so long, I've been streaming from 6 p.m., 4 p.m., etc., till about 12 to 1 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Time. American Standard Eastern Time, right? And we're starting really late tonight. Like, I had a really hectic day. Okay, so here's the general thing that's going on, right? I woke up this morning. No, actually, that's usually what I would say. I never went to bed. So, yesterday I woke up at God knows what time. I was awake all day, did our streams yesterday, and then overnight I just never went to sleep. And then 5:30 rolled around. I said, "F it, we'll do a stream." Because I was waiting for a package that ultimately wound up getting delayed till later on. And so I figured, okay, well, if it's going to arrive today, then I got to do everything I can to stay awake till it gets here because I don't want to miss it. Because it's something you have to sign for, and I don't feel like sleeping through that by accident. So, more or less, I stayed awake on a stream. We did a bunch of Hogwarts Legacy this morning, and it was a lot of fun. I think we had a good time. Some people showed up to do the usual drama stuff, and I was too tired to make a big deal out of it. And those people have been acting like fools, but whatever. I don't really care too much about that. And they're doing some pretty heinous things to get my attention, but I just don't feel like dealing with it. And so I just streamed as we always do. Then I found out that the stuff that I was waiting on was going to be delayed. And then I'm thinking to myself at what was 12:30 in the afternoon. I'm like, I'm going to bed. If it's not coming till tomorrow, I have no reason to stay awake, and it's already 12:30. At 12:30, most of my days all my important stuff's done. There's nothing really going on. It's like the usual Friday. It's like nothing ever happens anywhere here on Fridays. It's just everyone's out about smoking weed, partying. It's Friday night. It's gonna be all right. So I figured I'll just go to bed early, right? And so I went to bed at 12:30, crashed immediately. 12:45, I was KO'd. And then I woke up at 4. I don't need any sleep, I guess. I don't know. I woke up at 4. I was wide awake. I don't know why. I guess 3 hours is more than enough sleep for a man of my stature. Or maybe I'm like a machine. I don't need the sleep. I just gotta oil the joints every now and then, right? I don't know. Okay, I'm just at this point, it's whatever. And then I've been awake ever since, just kind of getting stuff done, figure out what I want to do. And then I made a video. There's another video coming out tomorrow for my review of Alien Earth. I insist everybody goes watches it because it should be fun. I'm trying to keep my review videos spoiler free so that everyone has a chance to watch them because some people don't like spoilers, and I'm all for that. And if you leave spoilers, I will know. So if there's spoilers in the comment sections, I will not approve them for those videos because people don't want spoilers. So I'm trying to help. I'm trying to appease everybody with that, okay? But I think I'm giving you guys enough of my opinion around that, though. I do have a video coming about the whole Jimmy Kimmel being uncanceled thing because I think that's something I should definitely comment on. There's a few other videos I'm still thinking about making, but overall, I want to make a consistent pattern of uploading videos at mornings and at 8 a.m. and then streaming at night. I think that more often we should try to aim for 6 p.m. I'm going to try not to be late as often, guys. I am sorry about that. Because, I do 6 p.m. because then everyone's kind of relaxed. It's not like you're not out at work when you want to sit here and watch or something or whatever, right? So, sorry that I'm later tonight than usual. We probably won't be streaming as long. but I don't know because we are halfway through Hogwarts Legacy. So if I were to just run and gun through one whole night, I think we could knock it out tonight. Um, I don't know what we're gonna play next though. Like Winter keeps telling me I should do Call of Duty. Like I should really do Call of Duty, because all we'd have to buy is Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, Vanguard, and Ghosts. And three of those games are $20 like all the time. And Vanguard is like the last one on the list, so we could wait to buy that one if anything, because it would be a month of games at that point. Kind of depends on how we go about it. There's 22 games, maybe 25. That means if every game takes about 9 hours to beat, you definitely have enough for the month. You'd have like 2 months of games if you did it a certain way. But I don't know if I want to do Call of Duty. I'm still thinking about it. I also heard this very juicy, very beautiful rumor, and I hope it's true, that Ghostface might be returning as a skin to Warzone. And I'm going to tell you all right now that if I find out that it's true, then I will put aside my bias and hatred for Warzone, and we will go back to Warzone. I'll have to buy it, obviously, if that's the case. If it's not, well, then I guess this channel will go on with its, how do we put it? We'll keep going with our Warzone famine streak, or whatever it's called. Our drought of Warzone content. I only liked Warzone because I had Ghostface, and then bring him back, that's going to reignite the love. So I guess we'll just see what happens. Don't get your hopes up too much, because I'm not. But if it happens, we will go home, back to Warzone, and do Plunder again like we used to. It's been an entire channel since we've done that, because we're on a new channel, and we're doing well. But, you know, some of you might remember the old days. So beyond that, I have noticed in my analytics, so let's say that we were about right here. This was our steady line of growth. It just never really grew, right? It's the same general bar graph that's a straight line, never getting any subs. Somewhere in the last 3 days, it started doing this. And now, mind you, the way you know if someone bought subs is it goes from here straight up 90 degrees, right? This one's a steady incline, which means we're getting subs rapidly for something, and I think the people have spoken. You like the uploads in the morning, you like the live streams at night, as long as we're chill, I've noticed that, and you don't seem to mind too much about my profanity, because we're getting, what has it been, 70 so far? It's actually nice. I think 70 subs in 3 days is actually kind of nice. So I guess I'm going to try to give you guys what you sub for. I'm going to try to keep that pattern of what you like going. And then if we get more people, awesome. I think that's kind of nice. I don't know how this whole YouTube thing works. I don't know how YouTube promotes and all that. But, Jesus Christ, Shaggy. But I'm going to try to give you guys what you came here for, as much as humanly possible. There will be days where I have to discuss things of an unsavory nature, but for the most part, I feel like what's going on with my haters and the A-logs is not really important. So if you do want to hear things that I have to say regarding that, there is the TiBBzTV archives. It's a channel on my homepage somewhere. You go there and hear all the things I am talking about. But beyond that, I think we're doing okay. So we're going to keep it going. I don't know when I'm bringing shorts back, though. Like, I know you guys probably, some of you like the short content. I don't know when I'm going to do that. I haven't found anything worth making shorts about. But anyway, yeah, that has typically been my day. And it has not been a whole lot going on. As I said, we're about halfway through Hogwarts Legacy. And I've already been here for about 10 minutes, so we're going to jump into the game now. Hope you guys all enjoy the content. If you're new, like the video or whatever, feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe. If you want to use the live chats, all I ask is don't be a dick, okay? We have a lot of people coming through here. I'm assuming, I don't know, the numbers are never really accurate. YouTube Analytics says thousands of people watch these streams every time, but then the actual stream itself says it's like 5, so I don't really know anymore. But anyway, just if you're going to be use the chats, be chill. It's all I ask. And if we could get some super chats in here, that'd be awesome. We haven't really gotten that. Is there a way to set up a... Can I set up... Let's see. How do I... Ooh, goal. I guess I don't really care if we hit the goal, but can we get 50 super chats of $1? And we'll go 3 hours. And what could be a goal? I don't want to get inspired with examples. How about that? I'll stream again on Friday. Okay. I'll stream again tomorrow. LOL. I don't have ways to celebrate. Alright. Hey, D-Chat. How you doing? Like a machine, man. That's why Winner likes you. I'm Iron Man, guys. I am Iron Man. So, that being said, we're going to jump into the game. This game is very tame. I'm not used to the PG-ness. I like violence, okay, in my video games. I absolutely cannot miss GTA 6. If we miss GTA 6, I know we're all going to hell. You will probably go to hell too, just by watching the content where I'm not doing GTA 6 day one. Maybe. I don't know how the world works. Alright, I do, but when it comes to GTA 6, that's a big deal. Like, world might go upside down at that point. So, let's see. I think we are good. We're level 12. The end game level you need to be is level 34. So, note to self on that. Let's go to quests. The map chamber. Wait. I have a checklist here of all the missions. I think we're halfway through the game. We're not halfway through. We're almost halfway through. We're on mission number 17 out of 42, I think. Wait, post-game. Oh, that level 34 doesn't matter, actually. Never mind. Scratch the level 34 thing. We're on mission 17, the map chamber. Anyway. Oh, I don't want to... Why is T-Series open? Mafia. Song out now. What? What is T-Series promoting this to me for? Sorry, guys. T-Series sent me a message. Kind of. I'm partially kidding. He didn't send me a message, but still. Alright. We're good. Alright, let's just... I'm going to note here for the record that nobody runs like this. Nobody runs like this. He runs like he's got something wrong with him. But it's whatever. Where we're going? We're going around this way. Okay, we'll go this way. You guys hear me? I would be super pissed if I found out that I was muted this whole time. It's like, I thought I was aware of the sound. I know, it doesn't make no sense, because that's how I'd respond. Nonsensically. I would be screaming obscenities into the microphone and cussing people out as if I was playing Modern Warfare 2. Okay, here we go. We're good. Can you all hear me, though? Like, so that... Wait. Capture card. Hold on. I want to make sure the sounds are good. Oh, the capture card's working. Okay, cool. Thank you, D-Chat. D-Chat said that just as I looked at the actual replay on the game on my YouTube window. We're like, I don't know. All right, cool. Let's go. Talk to Professor Fig. What a name, by the way.
I was hoping to see you.
You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. Your friend, Mr. Ollivander, sent me an owl asking for help finding an heirloom wand that was stolen from him.
He did he?
And so I went to the owlery like he said, and there were all these statues.
What do you mean, statues? In the owlery?
Robotic souls are cool.
Which led me to a secret hideout where I found Richard Jackdaw's ghost.
Oh.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found
Be right
the
back.
missing pages.
You found the pages?
They're gonna
I
yap for a
did.
minute, so I'll be right back.
And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book.
That's true. Autists do have stuff in common with AI. And as for the whole feeling similar, I'm glad it's not just me. Hold on, I might crack open this cola. I've caved back to my caffeine addiction, but let's be honest here. I'd rather have a caffeine addiction and have a heart attack by the time I'm 40 rather than smoke marijuana and weed, which just dilutes my judgment. No offense, Billy, do that. I'm not judging anybody. It's not for me. But anyway, cracking open a cola here because I think we're going to try to plow through this in a night. If we can do this tonight and beat this game tonight, I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow, but I do want you guys all to note that starting October 1st, we are going to have a horror game marathon for the entire month of October. And I'm going to try to review a horror movie every day as the upload. We have videos at 8 a.m. It's like, it's the non-live stuff basically, right? And I want to try to do a horror movie that I have not seen every day for the month of October. So you have horror movie reviews all month long, and then horror games in the evening live all month long. We're gonna start with Siren because we got one request and nobody else is really rushing it. We're gonna do all the Dark Pictures anthology games Until Dawn. I'm gonna try to do The Quarry, no promises, and then I'm gonna see what else I can find. I don't have them a lot. I might just look up a PS2 list of horror games because I got an emulator now, so that might be a way to do it. But just so you all know, whatever we're doing on the 1st, we're dropping it to do horror games. We might just start early. We might. But I don't know what I'm playing after this, though. Anyway, let's see. Yeah. If anyone's wondering, I want to make my thing on YouTube belching. Acid reflux is something I have. I have bad acid reflux, right? So I thought to myself, what if I just made belching my thing? You know what I mean? No one else really does that. Let's see. Hope we get to see some Doom. That's pretty horror themed. Do you think that's horror themed? Well, if that's the case, then we could do the entire Doom series then. Because we haven't done that, and I need an excuse. The only game we're not doing, just so you all understand, and I mean this with all due respect, I love you guys, my fans matter to me, or my viewers, whatever you want to call yourselves, it's all fine, I do get it either way. But the one game I will not do, because we did half it last channel, I don't want to do it again for this one. It was bad, okay? I don't intend or want to do Alien Isolation. Hell no. Once we've beaten every game in history, and there's not enough games coming out after a point, then we'll do it. Could be 30 years from now, when I'm like 90, but not anytime soon. It's just, no. Once I know that it'll potentially kill me with a heart attack, and I'm too old to give a crap, because when you're old, you don't care no more, then we'll do Alien Isolation. Anything else is on the table. Alright, guys? Just so y'all know. We're all on the same page on that? Alright, cool. Let's see.
The room is called the Map Chamber, by the way. And a portrait of Percival Rackham
Oh,
awaits us there.
Professor Rackham. I look forward to meeting him. How did this Jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
Hold on.
Oh, Peeves.
I'm hearing audio. Damn it. 89M! What's up, bro? Hey, John, really glad to see you here. Did you get some rest? Your stream this morning was great. It really was. Yeah, I woke up. I went to bed at 12:30, woke up at 4. I'm actually fully alive. So, I'm doing okay now, though. I'll be right back. I gotta find the remote. My TV's blaring noise. Oh, God, there it is. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to be considerate for you guys, and I realized at that moment that the TV was having noise, which means you're gonna have an echo. I don't want you guys to have to hear an echo. That's just annoying. All right, sorry about that, guys. Really am. Got the floop, diddy floop. Sweet. You know what's crazy?
It was beneath us all this time.
I think on the 1st, I'm going to pay for Game Pass, PS Plus Premium, and Ubisoft Plus. That should cover everything we need for a month. I think that's what I'm going to do. I would do GTA Plus, but that just sucks as a service. Good evening, guys. We're still back. It's almost October. 100%.
This looks promising.
We got 70 subs in 3 days, and I felt so good about that. It told me that what I was doing was finally working. So I'm happy with the results. It's like, you guys like me to play video games, not talk crap all the time. I'm like, I'm listening to you guys. I see it. Winner insisted we play this, and I'm like, I don't like T for teen games. I like violence.
There's Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent. If only you were here to see this.
If only who was here to see this? Is there a betrayal coming? John, you deserve all the success. Your channel's great escape. That's what games supposed to be, after all. I know, right? I think people actually like they were playing video games. I mean, we're talking smack along the way at times, and this channel also has a problem with vulgarity, but I don't have it be overboard as much as I used to. And that's because I think people just want to see me play a game at the same time. Like, I can pause in between and say things, but you know what I mean? It's like, get to the mission at some point, brah. So, like, I think I'm
Hello, Professor
finally
Lackman.
learning.
We've placed the book on the pedestal, as you asked. And this is my
I think I'm
mentor,
learning.
Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do.
No,
I
I
also
don't.
see why you refer to this room as the map chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical ability, the potential and power of which will unlock should you prove yourself worthy. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time, appear on the map. Trials that will test you and give you access to invaluable knowledge. Trials that you must complete on your own. Do you recall the pensive memory you viewed in my vault in Gringotts?
The pensive memory revealed in my vault in Gringotts. That was like 9 months ago. So no, actually. If I say that though, he's gonna think I'm not, like, I don't care or something. And this, you see how there's 2 side arrows on this one? Oh wait, you can't because my head's in the way. Hold on. Let me help you all out. Where's the camera one? There we go. Put me up here for a minute. That works. We can do that. So, you see how there's 2 side arrows on this? That means there's 2 narrative-changing choices. If I say I do, I'm like, oh, cool, he gives a crap. I should just say I do. They'll probably tell me anyway, right? Like, it doesn't really matter if I actually remember or not. I mean, I hope I don't get, like, asked, well, what did I say? I'm like, oh, shit. You know, call me out, man. But if I say I don't remember and I'm honest, I would avoid that entire problem. But then it's like he might think I don't care. I'm sorry, my autism says I want my camera back down there. Let me go put that back down. My autism, guys. I think I have autism. Everybody says I do. Well, if I do, the doctors, my friends, my family, people I've known for many years are like, dude, you got the autism, man. It's so obvious. Well, you know what? Don't judge me for wanting to put my camera. God dang it, I can't do it perfectly. You know, whatever. Anyway, my autism says I'm just gonna, like, you know what? I don't recall it fully.
I do recall seeing the memory, but I don't remember all of the details.
My friend Charles and I spoke of the portkey and of trials we'd created for one who could see traces of ancient magic.
I really
Charles is
overthought
another of
that.
the keepers, a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until perhaps now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however, bodes well. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your
I'll
abilities,
get to you in a
both
minute.
innate and learned.
We gotta wait till the
But of
cutscene's
equal
over, but I'll answer your
importance,
question.
Everything you witness as you complete the trials
You don't need to ban him
will
till after
inform
answers the question.
what you choose to do with all that we share.
Afterwards, though,
You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
why not?
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces. Traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Shall we have a look?
I'll answer your question in a minute. You gotta wait till the cutscene's over.
I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
It doesn't look familiar.
I don't think I have. Perhaps your young friend is not as well traveled as you think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as I can.
Until then, be careful and do not tell anyone where you're going.
All right, here we go. So what tower was he talking about? All right, somebody had a question. Let's see. I like to respond to all questions so you all know that you're being heard. However, if you say horribly disruptive things, I'm going to have to ban. Oh, boy. So, Zach, I guess, says, why are you a... I'm going to paraphrase here, because that's just a very effed up word. He says, why are you a predator? Paraphrasing, but, you know, whatever. I'm not. Never have been, never will be. In May of 2022, I exposed a predator, and then a bunch of people, your people, decided that wasn't okay and decided to target my personal life. Beyond that, I don't think you can call me a predator for having a problem with it. And then in 2024, they coerced someone into pretending that I was a predator, and then that person, along with the people who showcased it, admitted that was a lie, which would also mean I'm not a predator. So at that point, let me respond to them first, and then, yeah, most likely. But just give me a minute. So if you had to lie about me being a predator, and the only reason you call me a predator is because I expose predators, then I'm not a predator. Now, I don't know what planet you grew up on, Zach. Was it a barn? Was it a gutter? Was it a trash heap? Was it the lowest form of, sewer sliding part of society? Was it the gutter? I don't know. I'm not going to judge you on that. But if you're going to call somebody a predator, they shouldn't have a history of exposing predators as the main reason you're calling them a predator. And also, you shouldn't have to lie for it to be the case. And most importantly, you should not ever get caught in the lie or have a way to debunk it, because then your lie is obviously publicly a lie. So I'm not a predator by that logic. Secondly, the second account is clearly also yours, so I'm not going to answer the same question said differently. D-chat, feel free to zap them if you want now. I feel like we're going to answer questions and then zap people, but if the question is absolutely stupid or if it's a dox, there's no point. I'm not reading doxes. I'm not reading, people acting stupid. But that is an answer to your question, and you can't hate me for giving you an honest answer, because the evidence of me exposing predators on multiple fronts is still on my channel to this day, even though it's been 2 channels since it happened. So anyway, but since you're being disruptive, we're going to ban you. And D-chat, whoever else, feel free to ban Zach, whenever. And yeah, both of them. There you go. Don't come in my chats causing disruptions when we're here playing video games, because again, I'm here to play video games. I'll answer questions, but if it's disruptive, I'll answer the question and then have to ban you so you don't do it twice. It's not an attack on your free speech. I've heard that so many times. I just think that if you want to have an opinion on it and dwell on it, you have your own channel for that. Go do it there. I won't care. Like, there's plenty of people who want my attention. I don't go look because I don't care. It's not the kind of content I'm interested in. I hope this answers your question. And if you don't like the answer, don't ask people questions if you can't handle the answer. I'm not saying that's you. Just saying it's been a thing. It's in my moral obligation to let you know that's how it works here. I'm not going to keep answering the same question. In fact, I should make a very short video at some point so that all I'll have to say is I already made a video on this. Go ahead and go look. That would be a way to do it, right? Asmongold does that. So I figure that's what I'm going to do. I do not know when I'll have that video out, but it'll be about what I just said. Maybe I'll just clip what I just said. That might be even easier. The absolute laziness. Because I don't care about the accusations anymore. It's been 3.5 years and it's already all been debunked. But yeah, if going forward anyone has the question like that, we'll just direct them to that video. I won't tell you where the video is. You'll just have to go find it. Anyway, I'll make it easy to find, I promise. It'll be like TiBBz, thoughts and opinions on being called a pedophile. There you go. Makes it easy. It's kind of retarded if you think about it. All right, so let's get back to the game. Sorry for the distraction, everybody. Sometimes we're going to have those people that just can't focus on normal things. Why is it always about stuff like that? You know what I mean? It's the internet. I expect it. But anyway, gotta love the internet. Where were we? We were doing quests. God, my balls itch. We got Depulso, Garlic's assignment. What's this? Right, John. They try the same crap with Asma and is lazy at this point if Rage Bait is not relevant anymore. Good for you, TiBBzTV. Well, actually, I believe it was Lorne that kind of gave me that idea. And to be fair, ever since we started doing this, our viewership has expanded. Our growth has been... We have a steady incline of subs now. Lorne was right. I think it was Lorne. If it's somebody else, I'm so sorry. Just let me know, and I'll correct myself where needed. But I'm pretty sure it was Lorne that said, one and done, and then just move on. And he's right. In fact, all of you have contributed to me learning from my mistakes to become a better content creator, because your opinions matter. If you're here and you're part of the community, I do want to hear what you have to say, and that was an important thing there. So, whoever it was, if it was you, Lorne, if it was anyone else, I do appreciate whoever it was. It really has had an impact on this channel that's been good. Because again, we got 70 subs and an incline in subs at that over the last few days, and that means it's working. So yeah, that's how we're gonna do things. I'm not gonna let you guys know when these videos pop up. Just know that it's like one video a day. So once we get bigger, I'll do more videos a day, like one at 8 a.m., one at 12 a.m. or noon, whatever. But right now it's the 8 a.m. ones. Anyway, so let's see. Way more healthy vibe. Yeah, I like it too myself. Like, the vibe has been a lot better. Let's see. So we got... You can use Depulso if you do this one. You're going to acquire and use a focus potion. Hell, if I know what that means. I guess that symbol would be it. Acquire Maxima and Endurance potions and use them simultaneously. So just click on both at the same... I don't know what that means. Alright, and then you got Garlic assignment, Wingardium Leviosa, which is Well, the field has a venomous tentacula and a mandrake. This ought to suck. If it's multiple enemies, just more than one in general. Then we gotta purchase a broom at Sprint Witches. This is a main story quest mission. I guess we could do that. And then we'll earn gold here. Okay. Painting Secret. Ghost of Our Love. And then more combat practice. I guess we'll do... I wouldn't even know. We'll just do flight test. Alright, and then we'll go to map. Let's get 10 likes. I'm down with that. We got 3 right now. I think we can do it. Let's see. Where is this place at? What? What happened? There we go. I'm really like, where did the Foo Flames go? This game is T for teen, and as a result, it's very tame. Like, I'm used to chaos.
The freezing spell. It is an efficient way to cool down a heated situation.
The freezing
but first,
spell?
I will need you to complete a few tasks. Once you've done that, come and see me.
Alright, I guess I would love to turn somebody into an ice cube. We gotta play Skyrim at some point. Like, I mean, actually finish Skyrim for once. I use this website called howlongtobeat.com, and I use it to see how long games are, so that I have an idea of how long I'll be investing into it, because our thing here is beating the main story. There will come a point where I'll be doing DLC as well. I promise, there will be a point where we do that. But Skyrim is one we gotta do at some point. Like, I don't know why I haven't done it yet. It's actually kind of messed up. Let's see. I think this is it.
Ah, new face. Wonderful.
Hello, Mr. Weeks, is it?
Albie Weeks at your service. Welcome to Spint Witches. Apologies if you came by before and weren't able to come in. Shop's been closed since trade routes were disrupted. Had to travel as far as London to meet with my supplier. And I've only just returned, thankfully with inventory. I presume you're in the market for a new broom? Got a few rare U-weavers available. Ember Dash, Silver Arrows. Wind Wisps too. No matter what broom you choose, you'll be pleased. They're all exceptional, both in quality and performance.
Sounds quite the array of brooms. I'll have a look around. Thank you.
I find it funny that we're buying a broom. It's like, what if I want to fly around on a vacuum cleaner? You know what I mean? So I guess these are all going to cost a hefty penny. Ooh, it's a black broom. Let's
That
see.
item is of the highest quality.
God, it does not look like a broom. It looks like some contraption out of hell. Let's see. That's not what a broom is supposed to look like.
That item is of the highest quality.
These are straw brooms, clearly, but like, wow, what in the hell? It's on fire.
That item is of the highest quality.
I like how that's all he has to say. There's bags on it. You want to sweep it while it's carrying things? That's $2,000, man. That's all of our money. Can we sell anything? Alright, let's sell the glove.
Nice doing business with you.
Let's sell that. Let's sell this. Ooh, a white robe. Like, you picture me like with burning crosses and shit. Like, I don't think this is, as a white man, I should not have an all white robe. That's really, all right. Enough for the racial humor. It's funny, but we need to go now. So let's sell a white robe. Let's see. Ooh, vacuum cleaner would be like a motorcycle. Probably too. Like, that's why it's even more appealing. But like, let's see. God, I have to spend so much money. See, this is how you know I'm broke in real life. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm richer than hell. Hell, nobody knows. But, like, I'm over here looking for the best discount humanly possible. This is a house broom.
That item is of the highest quality.
Bro, I heard you say that like 11 times. I'm just looking. This one's got bags on it. That feels weird to me. It's also got this lantern on it. What kind of psychopathy?
That item is of the highest quality.
I love how they just do not add any optional alternate dialogue. It's the same line over and over again. Chef's kiss on effort there.
That item is of the highest quality.
Really? I had no idea. You've only said it a billion times. Alright, let's see. We'll do, I guess, they're all the same fucking. If I want to get the black, I could be broke after doing this.
That item is of the highest quality.
Alright, we're not doing the black room because I am a discount shopper. That one, this one looks the coolest. It's just, you know, it's on fire. What if it burns while you use it? Alright, we have to.
You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. Whilst nearly any broom will certainly be a step up from the practice brooms in Kagawa's class, they all have their limitations. You seem to be a flyer who might be interested in, say, some enhancements?
Go on.
Ha! Knew I was right about you. I think you'll be quite happy with the performance of any broom at lower altitudes. But you may notice that speed consistency tends to falter as you rise. I believe I can remedy this issue. I have some ideas for enchantments, upgrades, if you will, that will improve the performance of any broom you fly. What I need is someone to conduct a broom flight and report back to me so I can perfect the upgrades. As it happens, another Hogwarts student, Imelda Reyes, is using abandoned broom courses for time trials. Clever girl. An ideal situation for collecting flight statistics. If you were to compete for the best time and succeed, then report back to me with how your broom behaved, I could complete work on my first upgrade. What say?
Yeah, sure. They don't give me a real option here. Let's see. D-Chat says, I wonder why it needs to be a broom myself. Given the principles, I suspect all this stuff could actually work with all this stuff could actually work with. All you need is a dowsing rod. Well, you are trained to be a wizard. Why not a grand wizard? I gotta buy back my outfit.
That sounds intriguing. I'll see what I can do.
I need to buy my
It'll
grand
be worth
wizard
your
outfit.
while, if I'm right.
Why do
The
they
new
call?
upgrade ought to enhance brooms in every
Oh, wait.
regard.
Oh, wait.
And I can give you a special price. The time trial should be a bit of fun too.
Oh my
Go
God.
to the Quidditch pitch and Imelda Reyes will sort you out.
I'm
Once
sorry.
you've beaten Imelda's
Hold
time,
on. Before I try to buy back my grand wizard outfit, you ever notice in white supremacy, in the KKK, the leader is called a grand wizard? Why is that? You're not a fucking wizard. You don't have magical powers. You can't go in with Guardium Leviosa at the Ku Klux Klan rally. It doesn't work like that. So why are they called a grand wizard? That makes no sense. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. It's true though. They actually do that. I'm like, but why? Does he think he's magical? Like a bunch of Harry Potter LARPers for some race. I'm like, the fuck is this shit? Let's go buy back this outfit. Alright. Oh, God, it's gone. You can't buy it
Can't
back.
help but admire Mr.
It's
Weeks' enthusiasm.
Fine. It's fine. Maybe we can go to the inventory tab and sell it in our gear. And maybe it lets us keep the look at least. Oh, there it is. There it is. Can we get the robe hood up? No? Then what's the point? I like the Azkaban coat, though. Something about that just looks cool. What is this? Oh my god, no. You see, guys, I'm of a different caliber, okay? I don't like flashy whatever this is. And this, it just ew. I'm not trying to be wannabe wizard Ghostface, you know what I mean? Like, I've unalived many people as Ghostface, okay? In my fantasies. But I would never want to look like this. This coat is the best because it reminds me of the NCR and literally every other character ever devised that had a long coat, which is all of them actually. Even Donovan had the whole lab coat appearance kind of like that. But every other one just Not gonna lie, that's actually a nice coat too, though. I like the leathery brown coat with the whole businessy look. A little like a Joker wannabe in some of this. All these hooded robes are just ridiculous. I mean, you guys can like it if you want to wear it, but it's just not for me, you know what I mean? Oh, this one. This one's funny. I'm Batman now. Like, this was T for teen. It was probably meant for kids regardless, but still, as an adult... It's the Joker. It's the fucking Joker. Let's see. It's actually based on Celtic traditions, Scottish, Irish, and Freemasonry. Basically, the KKK was originally an occultic fraternal organization. That is a flamboyant robe there. I wonder what kind of magic goes on when wearing that. It's the greatest insult of all time. That's a flamboyant robe. I wonder what kind of magic goes on there. Yeah, I caught that joke. I didn't know that about the KKK and stuff. But that makes it make sense, though. Okay, see, I learned something new today about racists. Who knew? Like, let's go get my my prison robe on. Actually, it's funny because if you go to outfits, I have... Oh, wait. What the hell? I guess I'm using a spell charm to... not show what my outfit actually looks like. Okay, so you have... So it's basically like the stuff you would find in Skyrim as an outfit, but then you have this one, which I like this one a lot, actually. Then you have this one, which is... Then you got this one, which I don't like at all. Then you got this one. The ties are all loose on these. Then you got this one. And you got this. The tie is just... When the tie covers the most of that, it looks like the cleanest. I think when you wear a tie, you're supposed to have it snug in. When it's loose, like this, that looks like a loose tie. I don't really... it doesn't look professional. Then you got this one. I don't even know why you would ever wear that. And then I could be fresh out of the Red Dead Redemption prison. You know what I mean? Let's see. We're just going to ban you by default. Because that's disruptive. Sometimes I'll get rid of them too myself. But anyway, that wasn't a question. That was just slander. So we don't need to stay. But anyway, I'm also not going to justify every single time what's happening. You just have to guess at times. But anyway, I like this one outfit kind of generally the best. It just kind of fits the vibe. I look like a serial killer at this point. It kind of sucks though that the dueling only lasted 3 rounds. Like that, I can't unalive potential students anymore. Yeah, I'm apparently disappointed by that. It's like, you know, I thought that we'd have more people to end. So where are we going here? We got, hold on, quests. So Percival Rackham's trial. Oh, that's a main quest, I think. Flight test at the Quidditch pitch. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Professor Sharp, Glacius. Here we go. Pop balloons over Hogsmeade Station. Pop balloons are on the Quidditch pitch. Reach my broom and pop them. So you need flight test to do this. Alright, well, let's go do the trial thing. At this point, I'm not too much of a rush. Let's see. Ooh. What in the Scottish jumper attire? Classy. Now, how do you get your broom?
Revelio.
That isn't it. Down, maybe? Maybe LB? Nope, that doesn't look like it. That isn't it. So it's not up. What in the hell did I just do? Oh, that just tells me where I'm supposed to go, I guess. I guess we'll follow it. Ooh, imagine if we had that angle in Harry Potter. Serial killers sacrificing people. Human sacrifice, that'd actually be kind of cool. Actually, I think they did have that in Harry Potter. I think that was the idea of the Prisoner of Azkaban storyline, as well as parts of the Goblet of Fire. The Deathly Hollows, for sure. Oh my god, Kit! There's also the Death Eaters, or was it the Soul Eaters? I don't remember which one it was. There was also the entire the cult behind He Who Must Not Be Named. I'm not afraid of the guy because I think he's a pussy. So, Voldemort. Oh, yeah, then there was Voldemort. He was a serial killer. So, like, they did have the idea. They just weren't really calling him serial killers because it was kind of like, that's taboo to say that in a kid's movie. But you knew what they were. If you're an adult, you knew what it was. It was like watching SpongeBob. You understand the references as an adult, but as a kid, you have no idea. What in the hell?
Told you not to go down that path.
Miss Peck from Brood and
I'm
Peck
going
said a
this way.
customer lost a diricle around.
Ooh. I'm gonna attack this thing with my wand. Where are you? Are you? Are there? Got him. Yeah, man. All right, we're gonna look at the map. I guess we'll go to the Hogwarts map. I'll go to the world map. What? God, we have to go all the way over there. You know how long that's gonna take? Holy moly. I'm gonna be a grandfather by the time we get there. Alright, I guess we're walking. Have a Patrick Bateman, but he's also a wizard, and his slangs are all part of a ritual sacrifice to gain more power. Yeah, that's literally Voldemort, man. That's literally Voldemort. Let's go this way, I guess. Voldemort, I don't think, was that bad a character. I think he was actually kind of interesting. I just think that when it comes down to the oh, that was a level up, that's why. I'm like, wonder all that music was. He entered an area that allows flight. Press LB, and then tap equip the broom. Oh, there's another whole dial here. Let's see. That's also not a question. That is just insulting and slander, and you're being banned for causing drama. Actually, you know what? You guys just ban anyone who isn't asking a question that acts like that. If anyone brings up PDFs in any capacity and they're not asking an actual question, ban them. You know why? Because that's just disruptive. If you're asking me a question, though, well, it's my obligation to answer questions. All right, let's see. How do I fly in this? Oh, God, I can't churn. Just go up. No, you bitch. I was trying to fly. How do I do this? How do I aim? Hold on, I don't know how to steer at all.
I know a Merlin trial when I see one.
What?
Potato! Confringo! Levioso!
I really should get the spells back in. Let's see, we got Expelliarmus. I guess we'll do A. You're obsessed with Exorcist 3. Oh, yeah? He's so obsessed with the color blue. His skulls were to be painted blue. And the vet, I missed something here. Funny, Jeffrey Dahmer did have an idea to make this weird shrine out of skulls to meditate with. He was also obsessed with the color blue. The skulls were to be painted blue, and the vat he kept his victims in was blue. He was obsessed with Exorcist 3. Exorcist 3 was an interesting movie.
Expelliarmus! Confringo! Potato!
Oh! I have a curse effect on some of my stuff here.
Confringo! Expelliarmus!
I exploded it. Alright. Let's see. I think Merlin allows you to have the Merlin trial thingies allow you to.
Levioso.
That's not
Accio.
it.
Expelliarmus.
No, that's not it.
Confringo.
Oh, there we go.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. That's that. Settled.
Let's see. All right. I don't know. I hear the Merlin trials allow you to have more of something.
Confringo.
Can't steer. Oh, you have to pop it with a balloon. I see. I absolutely hate steering this thing. I don't like the brooms at all. What's funny is I really wanted Quidditch to be in this game because I played Harry Potter on PS1 and the PS2 games, which we have the emulator now. We can actually do it for the channel, which is so awesome. But the problem is that this game didn't really want Quidditch for some reason. I guess because of restrictions at the time. I mean, I guess it makes some sense. Slowly learning how to steer here. But they didn't want to do Quidditch, and I felt like that's fucked up. Quidditch was one of the coolest parts of the older games. Then they ended up making... There was a lot of backlash over that, too. It was like the one thing they actually did wrong with the game. Like, the rest was fine. Everybody was like, it's not trans-friendly enough. I'm like, it doesn't need to be. It's Harry Potter. But that was like the only real backlash they had, was they didn't have the Quidditch in the game, and that's what everybody really complained about. The rest of it was actually really good. Dueling feats cast Stupefy at an enemy. I don't know about Stupefy. Yeah, about The Exorcist 3. I have never watched The Exorcist 3, but I've heard that I should see it, because I know it's apparently something people keep saying is good. We did watch... me and Winter watched The Exorcist 2, like, last Halloween, I think. It was... To be fair, I didn't really... Exorcist itself wasn't scary. Like, I guess maybe I'm insensitivized. Maybe I'm not sensitive to things like The Exorcist. That's what I'm trying to say. But I feel like... Oh, we didn't pop anything that we needed to. But I didn't think the Exorcist 1 was all that good. And I know that that's probably gonna give me some flack, but like I didn't really like it that much. It was like, it wasn't bad, it just wasn't... I heard all these things about it was so amazing and so scary, but then again, it was made in the 70s, and back then it probably was the case. Because people weren't like, dude, this is a child turning into a monster. Like, this is crazy. You know what I mean? But then, Exorcist 2, we watched Exorcist 2, didn't we? Yeah? I thought so. Exorcist 2, from what I remember, if it's the movie I'm thinking it is, because I watched so many movies the last year and a half, Exorcist 2 didn't really scream awesome either. The one I didn't watch was The Exorcist 3, and That's the one where the killer comes back from the dead because of some kind of crazy thing, right? It was all because of J.K. Rowling and her being a TERF. I don't know what a TERF is. I know it's about a serial killer who has MPD, DID, and it's implied he's possessed. Yeah, that's what I've heard about it too. Is that he basically had all these different people, supposedly, but he was actually just one guy, and they thought that maybe it was some kind of demonic possession. The killer is played by Brad Dourif, a Chucky of Chucky fame, and he's as psychotic as you can imagine. Brad Dourif from Halloween 2007 and 2009, the entire Child's Play franchise, and he was also in a few other major horror movies as well. Probably one of the biggest actors of the entire last generation, along with Robert Englund and Kane Hodder and a bunch of other people. Yeah, I definitely want to watch it at some point. I don't know where to stream it. I don't even know if it still is on streaming, because that's how I watch everything. If I could buy the movie, I would, but I have a strict budget. Let's see. Trans, exclusionary, radical feminist. That's ridiculous. I think that, okay, when it comes to J.K. Rowling, we might as well, because this is the game to do it, right? I don't think J.K. Rowling had a problem with trans people until they started dumping on her for ridiculous things. All J.K. Rowling said, and I agree with her 100%, so I guess what does that make me, right? But, like, all she said is men don't have periods, and that's true because biologically, if you're born a man, then you're not a woman. And if you're not a woman, you don't have periods because you don't have the ability to give birth. That's the whole point of a period. So I'm like, why are they mad at her about that? I get that trans people want to believe that they can swap genders, but you really can't, because in order to actually become a woman, you need to have someone put an ovaries, and a uterus inside of you. And they don't have a surgery for that, so it's all cosmetic and appearance only, so you're not really a woman, you just look like one, maybe. Air quotes aren't even needed, actually, because a lot of them aren't passable. And that's not a disrespect or hate thing, that's just the truth. So I'm like, why are they dumping on J.K. Rowling for telling the truth? Like, using logic and common sense. And so I don't think she's radical. It's not radical. It's not being radical to have common sense. I don't think she supports the trans community, especially not anymore. Exclusionary, I don't know what that word means. And feminist, I mean, even then, what is a feminist? Nowadays, feminism is crapping on men and pretending women don't need them in this world, which is ridiculous. But originally, it was absolute equality for opportunities and rights between men and women. Like the old days say, in the old days, it was like, if you're a woman, you get the same pay as a man for doing the same job. That's really what it boils down to, right? Now it's, F men, we don't need them, and J.K. Rowling doesn't seem like the type. Like, I've seen feminism on both ends. She don't seem like the type either way. I mean, well, yeah, she kind of does. She does believe in equality for payments and stuff like that. But that's the thing is, if that's what they're labeling her, it's like, kind of fucked up, right? It's a little fucked up. Not true, for sure. But anyway, let's see. Surprise Brad never took on Joker. He did a pretty Ledger-esque performance as the Gemini killer in that film. Oh, yeah? That would be kind of cool. I think Brad Dourif, he had a lot of good roles regardless, but I feel like he could have done more, too. I think all actors could have done more.
Over here.
Like, hold on, I want to pause. 150%, I do believe Willem Dafoe should have played the Joker at one point. I'm shocked no one ever had him do it. Because Willem Dafoe, the guy who did the Green Goblin, right, would have been perfect. He's got the appearance of the, you know, the ones from the Arkham games? He's got that same look. He's got the crazy hair, everything. He's got that wild eyes. He would have been absolutely phenomenal as a potential Joker candidate. And why they never had Willem Dafoe? I don't know. Maybe he had a contract. Maybe it just never came up. But I believe Willem Dafoe would have been absolutely perfect. Because Joaquin Phoenix, look, maybe he did a good job. I don't really think he was a good Joker. And here's why. Because that movie wasn't really the Joker. It was like a version of, what is the Joker in terms of mental health, you know? And that's not really the Joker. And plus, mental health has no conversation. There's no place in a conversation when it comes to a Batman villain like the Joker, because it's not about mental health. It's about a villain who's freaking crazy. And he's just going to F everything up, right? So Joaquin Phoenix's Joker was kind of garbage. Heath Ledger's was better, but I do feel like it swayed away from him being the real villain he was, because that one felt more like this mastermind who just wanted to watch the world crumble. It's more about being an anarchist than it was an actual clown-based villain. The one from the animated series in the 90s was pretty spot on. I think that's the best interpretation of visual video media we've ever really had. Jack Nicholson was also really close to what he should be, more than anyone else. And I'm not dumb on Heath Ledger's Joker. I loved it. It's a beautiful performance, very good character. You can see a Dark Knight review coming in the future, right? But I believe the closest and best performance of what the Joker should be was Jack Nicholson. That being said, I believe appearance-wise, if they had a performance similar to Jack Nicholson's, that it was played by Willem Dafoe and done in a similar way, I feel like that would have been the best Joker we could have ever had. Because Willem Dafoe looks like a Joker, like the Joker should. Add on the clown makeup, the green hair, the purple suit, it would have been spot on. But they never did it. Let's see, radical feminists, more or less, F-men. Remember, it was the rad femme that talked about needing to enslave men. Did J.K. Rowling ever talk about that? Because I never heard something like that. Then again, I didn't really care. I just liked reading Harry Potter and watching the movies. Because, Winter wanted to, and I liked it too, to an extent. But, I never heard anything like that come out of her mouth. All I heard her say was, men don't have periods, and the whole world came undone. Which is wild. Like, the trans people need to learn self-control at that point, because, dude, it's not untrue, okay? And it's not bad to say if it's true, okay? If you're telling the truth, and it's based in fact, logic, and common sense, no one should be allowed to dump on you for that. Because the truth is the truth. There's no way around it, I mean, sure, mind your own business maybe, but like at the same time, this was like ongoing public debate, you know what I mean? 2020 was the stupidest year in American history, clearly. Anyway, so we're looking at the map here. Where are we at? We are about to talk to the guy who looks like Merlin, actually. Oh, I don't know why. How did I not do this? Alright, we'll just do this mission, then we'll go do it. We gotta start exploring more.
We're not alone.
We are not. Ranrock's loyalists. Around a dozen I can see, but could be more.
Can't we apparate past them into the tower?
We could, but we've no idea what's in the tower. More importantly, however, I'd like to know why they're here.
Speak of the
They've
devil.
set up camp just ahead. I suggest we investigate a little before doing anything else. Let's go.
Sorry. D-Chet says, I remember when she was very progressive and basically crapped on working class men mostly. I would like to know what she said so I can respond to it at some point. I'll save the response for an upload video though. I won't do it here. Which is why people kept bringing up Voldemort during Trump's first run. Wow. She was sort of there with Stephen Colbert type of crowd. Oh, really? I hate Stephen Colbert. I think he's a corporate bootlicker who does not actually have any real opinions outside of what people tell him to say. That's what I feel about Stephen Colbert. Jimmy Kimmel's a little easier to watch, although he's not great, but he's nowhere near as bad. I think my favorite one, God, who was the guy that lost his job about like 2 years ago? That was the guy I liked a lot. I can't remember his name though. It's weird. It's been 2 years. I can't remember who he was. But there was a guy about 2 years ago that had a late night show, and he got canceled for something stupid, actually. And it was blackface, I think, which was so effing stupid. I don't think you should be canceled, but if it happened 20 years ago and you didn't say anything this whole time, you shouldn't be allowed to cancel him for it. That's how I feel, no matter what it is. No matter what it is. But yeah, that was the guy that I liked watching. About 2 years ago, there was a guy that got canceled for blackface. It was a late night host, and I forgot his name because it's been that long. And that's what I liked. Jimmy Kimmel was a little bit better compared to the ones we have now. I can't stand Conan. I think he feels way over exaggerated, like really bad. And then Stephen Colbert is my number one most. I hate him the most because you can tell he's fake, and it's like, all the things he pushes on his show just feel gross, and so I don't like watching it. She was, let's see. Whoa, I think I know who you're talking about. You probably do. He was liked. That was the messed up part. The guy that everyone liked, I wasn't the only one. That was the one they got rid of first. I'm like, that's where I don't agree with the left and the Democrats. It's like, that was a good dude. Sure, he did blackface 20 years ago, but it was 20 years ago. You said nothing up until now? Why did you wait so long to complain? Like, it was so, whatever. I don't watch late night anymore because all the people now are just garbage.
No, it isn't.
Kind of. I'm glad Jimmy Kimmel got his show. Actually, you know what? I'm going to save it for that video I was going to make for tomorrow or this week. I'm not going to talk about Jimmy Kimmel anywhere else until that video. Because I feel like that was the point, is to do a video on that. There. I'll save it for that.
How nice of you to stop by. Potato. Arrogant child. I won't rest. No! Is that the best you did? That was unimpressive. I was right not to be worried about you. What are you doing? I'm gonna wait. Rather unwise coming back this way. Let's get this.
Basically, I'm a beast in this game. I live for the hunt. Let's see. You're not talking about Jimmy Fallon, are you? Apparently he got caught doing that. I think it was Jimmy Fallon, actually. Jimmy Fallon was awesome, man. He had such a good sense of humor. He also didn't feel as fake. Like, he felt like he was genuine. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was a complete liar and was fake and he was sold. Maybe he followed a script to a T and never had a real opinion ever once. I don't know. But I watched him. If nothing else, he was a really good actor, right? But, like, I liked him. And that is the guy. I'm pretty sure that's who the guy was. Like, I'm pretty positive.
Orders.
And, like,
directly from Ranrock.
Ever since he got canceled, I'm like, come on, man. Jimmy
Fallon
Fallon was cool. Is he the guy? Hold on. Let me look it up. Let me look up at Jimmy Fallon's face. I'll know from his face. Because Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, like, I knew they were related in some way based off name. Jimmy Fallon, yeah, it was Jimmy Fallon. He was so chill, man. That guy was so awesome. And then they got rid of him because he did blackface, like, what, 20 years ago. And I'm like, dude, he was one of the good ones, though. And that's why I kind of got upset with cancel culture. Because Jimmy Fallon was genuinely an entertaining, cool dude. And it kind of broke my heart a little bit. I lost faith in TV after that. Like, I don't watch TV anymore because every time I watch a good show or I see a guy that I actually like watching, whatever actor or person on TV it may be, this seems to happen. I'm like, come on, man. And they're being canceled for stupid reasons. And that's why with Jimmy Kimmel, I don't really agree with everything Jimmy Kimmel said. Fuck it. I'm going to do it here, okay? I don't agree with everything Jimmy Kimmel said, but when you cancel somebody, I looked at what they said he was saying, and then I looked at what he actually said, and it was a lie. He was canceled over people lying about him, which, by the way, I can totally understand why that would piss anyone off, because I've been dealing with that, right? And it's not the same thing. He's a major A-list celebrity. I'm a nobody on YouTube. It's different, you know? But I can still relate, because it's still the same thing happening to the person. And Jimmy Kimmel, what? He shares his opinions, and you're shutting him down over his opinion. That's a violation of the First Amendment and a violation of free speech. Now, if you want to talk about how, but there's certain rules on the TV, well, you do know they approve what they talk about every time, which is even stupider. So who is really at fault here? Is it really Jimmy Kimmel's fault, or is it the people who told him he could say it and it turns out he couldn't? And then why are we canceling him over his opinion, which wasn't even bad to begin with? And that's why I don't support canceling Jimmy Kimmel. It's just the stupidest thing. Because that's like canceling any of my haters. Because they don't like me. I don't cancel my haters because they don't like me. I cancel them because they targeted a family and children. There's a difference. If you use your free speech to hurt people, that's not free speech. If you use your free speech to share an opinion, even if it pisses people off, that is free speech. You're allowed to piss people off by having a different opinion. And Jimmy Kimmel did nothing wrong, and I very much think I'm glad he got his job back. I was rooting for the guy, simply because that's a stupid reason to shut someone down. Because they did Jimmy Fallon, and he never came back. He don't get that same luxury of coming back, and that pisses me off, because we're supposed to be a country that values a difference of opinion. That's the point of free speech, is being able to share it, even if we don't all agree. If you shut someone down for having a different opinion, then there's no real communication, there's no real conversation, and then welcome to fascism. I'm not okay with it, you know? So, I'm glad Jimmy Kimmel got his job back. I'm glad he's back on TV.
I will draw blood.
Oh,
Stupid
I'm
to
so
come here.
glad you said this.
Actually, I'll smell the glance off of me.
Expelliarmus.
You won't stop me.
Protego. Confringo.
Time for this.
Expelliarmus.
There you are.
Anyway,
Rather unwise coming back this way. Still hoping to survive this, huh?
Confringo. Expelliarmus.
I won't let.
God, I just... Carnage. I'm getting better at this spellcasting thing. This reminds me of Vow in a lot of ways. But anyway, that's my whole thoughts on the whole Jimmy Kimmel thing. I just think that it's stupid he got canceled, because it's the same things that pissed me off about the Jimmy Fallon thing. And yeah, it was Jimmy Fallon. It's a long way to say, yep, that's the guy. But yeah, that whole thing got me heated at one point.
Can't imagine the goblins know about the trials. They know that something is significant about this place, though.
Search the tower. Okay, let's go search the tower. What is that rock formation down there? Yeah, I don't want to go down there. Let's see. We're going to go to the tower, guys. Are we supposed to get an owl
Looks
at
like
some
we found
point?
the entrance.
It's locked.
No, it's not.
An unlocking key.
Very handy. No time now, but if you don't learn it soon enough, we can work on it back at the castle.
An unlocking spell. That's for the whole thing for those doors out in the castle. You actually can get a level 3 lockpick at some
I
point.
wonder who this is.
With
This
robes like that, it could be anyone.
is Dumbledore. Let's see. Anyway, let's see. Did I miss anything? Anyway. Oh god. Bag. Search. A crimson winter coat. Now I'm a Grand Wizard. Are Grand Wizards like the full red outfit?
I imagine these brooms have been enchanted for centuries. Never seen an enchantment last this long.
I'd never seen a broom last
Welcome
centuries.
to Sanbakar's Tower.
Hello, Professor. Did you say Sambakar's tower?
I did. Professor Bakar is a keeper you have yet to encounter. I'm glad to see that I was correct in presuming that we would meet again soon after our last encounter. Though I surmise, based on the commotion I heard, that you did not have an easy time getting to me.
We did not, Professor. We encountered goblins outside the tower.
That goblins were aware of my vault is disquieting enough. But if they have also made a connection to this tower, then the threat may be greater than I thought. All the more reason for us to move forward. Downstairs, near the entry, a reservoir of ancient magic, like those you've seen before, has been unlocked. Commanded to access a doorway. I'm afraid I cannot say more. As Professor Fig cannot join you, he and I will, in time, see you back at the map chamber. Remember what you see.
We're going to need to understand how Ranrock's loyalists knew about a tower that once belonged to a keeper. For the moment, however, you've more important things to set your mind to. A reservoir of ancient magic, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Then I shall leave matters in your increasingly capable hands.
He looks like
That
a
said,
Merlin guy.
be careful.
I will, sir. I'll see you back in the map chamber.
Of course. Let's get this real quick. Well, you're not gonna teach me the fucking thing?
A
You
reservoir
got
of
these
ancient
locks
magic,
open?
downstairs,
Come on,
near
man.
the entry.
Fucking hell. So, so I was looking at my Alien Earth video. It finally uploaded while we were doing all this. You'll see it tomorrow, regardless, right? And the thumbnail, I just got in the habit of doing what Moist Critical does and just not giving a thumbnail, but finding a part of the video that kind of fits the best. And the Alien thumbnail right now is picked by YouTube, and it's me going like this. Like, an expression of my general thoughts, right? Which is good if you're trying to make YouTube videos. But I'm like, fuck. Let's see. Dealing damage to a cursed target inflicts damage to all cursed targets. Wait, you can have more than one? We'll do that later. Core, maybe? I feel like these are not it. Oh, look, the Illuminati. Alright, let's do stealth, maybe? Sprint while using disillusionment. I don't care about any of this because this is all based on it being invisible. Petrificus totalis. Emanates an area affecting impact nearby enemies. What? That is actually kind of cool. Room requirement, maybe? I'm looking for the one where you can get, because I know if it's level 3 lockpicking, that means it's a spell that improves as you go, right? But I'm not seeing anything with a 3 on it. I'm so sorry, guys. I just belched like crazy. So we got Bombarda, Definido, Depulso, Confringo. You need to have the spells in order to use them too. That's the thing. Impacts produce firebolts to seek enemy targets. So heat-seeking missiles. Okay. Enemies near a target, somebody Ikea also pull to you. Well, that sounds like ass. Must be able to cast Descendo. These are all fighting spells. What is this? Glacius. Strike an enemy frozen by Glacius. Blast, damaging shards outward from the target. Wow, that feels useless. You can churn people into... you can transform people. That is interesting. Wait, is it dark arts? I don't think it's dark arts. No, that's all cursed enemies. Maybe it's core. How do you level up? I'm over like thinking to myself, how do you... Maybe it'll be added in. That's probably it. Anyway, let's go find whatever quest is next, I guess. Percival Rickman's trial. Find the entrance to the first trial. When I do the unlocking spell, that's why I get into everybody's room. I'm gonna do a bunch of B&Es. Look at all these spells. Look at all these missions we have to do. We have to do every mission. Alright. Not really, but kinda. Alright. So, I guess find the entrance to the first trial. Well, if I'm not mistaken,
Revelio.
it's right here. Find this damn lock. Did he tell me how to unlock it, or was I just not paying attention? I don't think I was paying attention. It's a level 3 lock. Alright. We have ourselves a pickle here. Oh, wait, no, it's down here. Oh, I can drink a spot of tea. That's fucking stupid. Remember that my character's a psychopath.
Revelio.
Welcome to the first trial. Alright, alright. Let's do
Revelio.
this. This way, I guess. Enter the first trial. What if I don't want to? What if I want to go home and waste my time doing nothing? Well, if I
I've
learned
seen
anything this
before,
week,
in Gringotts and the restricted section.
if I learned anything this week, it's that I don't really get a say in this game. So much for RPG. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's not. I am having fun, believe it or not. So, like, what are these? I just. Oh. Okie dokie.
Impressive. That must have done something. Best have a look around.
It's hilarious that I couldn't tell. You see this giant bridge formulate over your head, and you're like, that must have done something. Gee. What gave you that impression, Harry Potter? My character is basically Harry Potter, if Harry Potter was also the Joker. Oh, God! I didn't know what to do with that. I just looked and felt weird. It's like, is it going down? Is it going up? Is there an elevator thing going on here? What is going on? Alright, we got a bunch of statue dudes. Alright.
More traces of ancient magic. Something must be different.
What was it? It formulated a door in the heavens. Oh, we gotta go specifically through this way. Okay. There's some minor levels of autism here.
These are never a welcome sight.
It's the
At least I know what to
Titans.
expect this time.
Alright, alright.
Confringo! Protego! Expelliarmus! Levioso! Accio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Protego!
Oh god, there's so many of them too.
Expelliarmus! Confringo! Protego! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Levioso! Expelliarmus!
Huh.
These look familiar. Accio. Accio.
Okay, I think I know what you do here.
Accio I used before. Accio.
Oh yeah. How you doing, Ned Stark? How's Jon Snow doing?
Accio. What did that burst of magic do? Perhaps I should more statues. Expelliarmus! Confringo! Accio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Not making this easy on me. I presume I'm looking for traces of ancient magic. But where?
Just wondering to myself
Revelio.
how we proceed.
Levioso. Accio.
There we go. And then we gotta figure out.
Revelio.
Wait, is this thing even needed? What's the point? What is the point?
I presume I'm looking for traces of ancient magic. But where?
Oh. That actually makes sense, I think. Wait, how do I... How do I get to the other side? What is that down there? That's not a thing.
Levioso! Accio!
Maybe I can pull it down.
What did that burst of magic change on both sides of the archway? Something must be different. Revelio.
Well, there's a thing there. Hold on, I can't walk through that hole, I guess. If I walk out
Seems
the
I
archway.
ought to explore this archway from both sides.
Ah!
Accio! I need to see how the room changes when I move in and out of the archway.
Alright, alright. I see how it works. Oh, well. So now, bring it here. I'm learning, guys. Oh, wait, hold on. I wonder if there's a way. You know what? Never mind.
Accio!
It can't be that important, right? I'm trying to aim. God damn it.
I'll never get used to these floors.
The floors are more there to the floors are more there to screw with people. That's really it. Oh dear God. Oh.
Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo!
Oh God. That was really close.
Levioso! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Levioso! Potato! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Levioso! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Protego! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Levioso! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Protego! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
tank. I'm a wizarding tank, guys. I know what I am doing. Honestly, I think it's a pretty good game. This game is in no way what I'm used to. I'm used to hardcore, violent, first-person shooters and RPGs, chaos and violence. But this is pretty solid, though.
Expelliarmus! Accio!
Slowly learning. It's basically puzzle solving. I'm just thankful they haven't tried to have me use puzzles I haven't learned spells for yet. What's also crazy is I've not needed any potions. Okay. One thing I've learned is usually that floor doesn't... I knew it.
Don't like the look of this. Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Potato! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Protego! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Levioso! Accio! Protego!
Oh no! I didn't know you could witness death in Harry Potter. Your journey has ended? Since when? What? What? Okay, cool. We're like, I don't have to do all that again, do I? How much of the trial do I have to start over on?
Don't like the look of this. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Protego. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Levioso. Accio. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Boom. What the fuck? Look, guys, it's that guy from Iron Man.
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Levioso.
Wait, hold on. I gotta use controls here. Settings. Control. Ancient Magic Throw. Select spell set. Use actions. Activate spell set. Basic cast. Protejo, block, and stupefy. Dodge, roll, perform, jump, interact. Spell, many, Revelio, heal. Oh, it's down. Okay.
Levioso. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Accio. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Circle of Doom. Holy. Dr. Doom, guys.
Expelliarmus. Confringo.
I don't have to do very much for this battle.
Expelliarmus. Levioso.
It's mostly B and so every 3 of those, he's gonna try to cast a spell. And then 3 more steps. I'm learning a pattern here. Dr. Doom's up here trying to shit.
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Levioso. Accio.
Oh, he got out of the Circle of Doom.
Levioso. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Oh, maybe outside the Circle of Doom.
What a relief.
Alright, let's go. I feel like we've done all we can do. Let's go. Oh, God. Match after all that is Poseidon. The god
Another
of the sea.
pensive.
The god of the sea. So, a lavender scarf. After all that, I get a lavender scarf. The rewards in this game are kind of ass, if you ask me. Any more chests? No. Really?
Your ability to transfigure the world around you is remarkable. What is it?
My father isn't getting better. I don't think he'll ever recover from the death of my brother.
It is agonizing to see those we love suffer.
The drought was years ago, but the pain of losing him is as deep for him now as if it had happened only yesterday. He doesn't need pretty pillars, he needs peace. What if I could help him, Professor?
You do so much for your father already.
It's not enough. I want to take away his pain.
It is tempting, I know, to use this magic that you're mastering to transfigure more than the physical world. But human emotion is a potent force unto itself. Even the most well-meaning and competent witch cannot possibly know the consequences of irrevocably manipulating it.
So I'm to watch as my father's pain destroys him.
I can see a villain in the making here.
It is not your pain to take.
Wait. What if the goblin isn't the villain? He's just like a possibly first. Remember what Varys taught us? I don't know if you guys remember, but there's always two villains.
Every
First
year,
one,
a
and then
student
the real
sees
one.
something sillier than I could ever imagine in their tea leaves. Oh, Miss Morganach, welcome back to Hogwarts, Professor.
That's going to take some getting used to. Professor Rickwood?
I was so pleased to hear that you'd accepted the position of Defense Against the Dark Arts, Professor.
Sit,
As always.
sit, Isadora. Tell us about your travels.
If she's a villain,
I was
that's how they
actually
always do
hoping
it.
that you and
Defense
the
of the
others
Dark
might join me
Arts.
at my home this evening.
It's like
There's much
it's always the
I'd
classmate that
like
teaches
to
you how
share
to
with
deal
you.
with those people too.
That would be delightful. We shall let the others know.
Very well. I shall see you then.
So the question I have is, how the fuck did he end up in the painting? That's what I want to know. And also, why does it feel like we're seeing the beginning of a villain backstory?
Another memory.
I'm starting to think the goblin isn't the main
How
villain.
to find a way out of here.
Like, he's just doing the dirty work, right? I feel like somebody else is the villain. That's what I honestly am thinking here. I bet you I'm right.
More
Although-
crystallized stone. That must be the way back to the map chamber.
You gotta admit, though, most games don't do that, where they have a beginning guy that you think is the villain, but then there's a real villain. Far Cry 3 is the last game I remember they did that. I can't name another game where they did that. Because most games have what they call semi-lazy story writing, where the idea is where they give you a villain straight from the start, and that's who you think is the villain. Actually, you know what? Far Cry 4 also did that, but Far Cry 4 was kind of skewed, because you think Pagan Min's the bad guy, and he's a dictator, unfortunately, so it's like, it's kind of depends where you stand morally, right? But the rebels are actually the bad guys, because if you look at their values and what they're doing, like in Far Cry 4, the one guy who's leader of the Golden Path is trying to make it so that children can marry adults. Like, obviously there's a problem there. Like, that's gross. And then the woman is basically a cartel leader who wants to force her people to sell and deal in drugs. So obviously the rebels in Far Cry 4 were the actual bad guys. And Pagan Min was just like, dude, I loved your mother and I want to give you this country. And you should have just let me explain that instead of running off and joining these idiots just because they were there. Like, that was generally the vibe of Far Cry 4. Love that game, by the way. It was very beautifully told. But Far Cry 3 is the last game where they really had a first villain, and then you find out that there's a second villain. For those of you who do not know, Far Cry 3 had a first villain and a second villain. Far Cry 3 actually had done that twice. Voss is just the first one. Then you meet a bigger bad guy, who is apparently the guy who is dealing with Voss, and then there's Citra. That whole island's fucked up, right? But no other game really has done that. I'm thinking that's what's happening here, is that you have the goblins, obviously, and then I'm thinking, and this is all speculation, I like to talk about it, it's exciting, you know? I love this game so far. But I'm thinking, because they keep showing this woman who's in pain, remember, it's like Star Wars. Actually, it is Star Wars at this point, isn't it? Sadness, fear causes sadness, or sadness causes fear, one of the two. And then sadness turns to anger, anger leads to suffering, and that's how the dark side is basically takes over. So I'm thinking that might be what's going on here, because they keep showing us this woman, and I don't know how she's relevant, but the memories are so kind of in pieces, so you don't really get the whole picture. I guess that's to keep you investigating and learning more, right? But I'm thinking, I've seen this with Anakin, though. It's like, but my mother, you know what I mean? It's the same exact thing. So I'm thinking the goblin, and I'm saying this because I want to find out later if I'm right, and then on stream we'll know that I said this, and then if I'm right, cool, I know how to tell what's going on. And if I'm wrong, well, then, hey, it was fun to at least speculate, right? I'm thinking the goblins are not the actual bad guys. I think they just work for the actual bad guy, whoever that person is. I'm thinking it's the female that we see in all the memories. Although, if that's the case, she would be very old right now. I also am very curious to how this giant, tall, trapezoid hat guy got into the painting, because last I checked, when you die, you don't get your soul transferred into a painting. It doesn't really work like that normally. But anyway, I'm curious to how that happened, and I'm also curious to where the hell these trials lead to, because I actually have not been paying attention for the first 3 episodes of the story. But I'm terrible. Let's do this, though. The map chamber. The map chamber. We also got to start going back to our classes, because I'm really behind on my lessons. Because, you know, you go to your lessons, you learn new spells, and I want to learn all of them. I want to learn... What is it called? It's the curse spell, right? Unforgivable Curse. Imperio. No, it's not that one. Cruciate? And it's not that one. I think this is the one. Avada Kedavra. This is the one that kills enemies instantly. I really want to learn that one. I don't know why. I just feel like, you know, it's the easiest way to become a serial killer in the game, right? I think that they should have made it. The one, there's another criticism. Besides the Quidditch thing, I also have the criticism of this game that I think they should have made it so you could be a real bad guy. Like, I could join the lady and the goblins, you know, or something like that, whatever. Still don't know the main villain is. I think it could just be the goblins, but that would be very underwhelming. I've looked at nothing for spoilers of this game, so I have no idea. But, I honestly do think that it would be really poor writing to have a midget be the enemy. I don't know why. It just doesn't feel very... It feels lackluster, doesn't it? So I think there's more. But this spell, I think they should have made it so you could be a real villain in the game. I also think they should have made real consequence. That way you could actually murder your fellow students. It's Harry Potter. What are you going to do, right? And then there'd be actual consequences for doing that. Like, you'd be hated, or maybe it'd be like this hate meter, and then they slowly start deciding if they should want to hunt you down or something. There's a lot of ways to go about that. Then again, you are supposed to go to school, so I guess, I don't know. There's ways they could have done it, I'm sure. Anyway, let's see. Let's go talk to Merlin over here. See that? What? They're both.
What have we here?
Maybe it's a spell that
I'm a
cursed them for all
student at
eternity.
Hogwarts, sir.
Who knows?
And this is Professor Fig.
Professor Charles Rookwood at your service.
I like how the other painting didn't tell the
Has
other
someone
painting about the
completed
people
the
that's
first
been helping
trial?
the painting in the
I
first
have,
place.
Professor Rookwood. We saw you in the Pensive in Gringotts with Professor Rackham.
Indeed. So, you found the portkey to access Professor Rackham's vault, and you deciphered the map within the locket you found floating above that pensive.
I did. I found something that I can't identify floating above the last Pensive.
Ah, yes. You will find a similar artifact in each trial. You must take care to keep them safe. You will need them to complete the journey we have set forth for you. Once you have them all, we will tell you what to do with them.
Very well. Are you able to tell me anything about the next trial?
Before you proceed, I would like to speak with Charles regarding the urgent situation involving the goblins.
Charles?
The goblins?
Oh,
the student has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. They and their mentor, Professor Fig, not only encountered goblins lurking outside of San Bakar's tower, they also encountered a powerful goblin in my vault at Gringotts.
I'm afraid it would be wise to halt the trials until we know more.
Why?
We shall defer to you in this matter, of course. Now then...
Wait, Professor. The name Rookwood. Do you think...
that there's a connection to Victor? Perhaps, but we can't be sure of its significance, if any. For now, tell me what you saw in the Pensive.
Before the witch from the last Pensive, Isadora, became a Hogwarts professor, she argued with Professor Rackham about using magic to remove pain.
Hopefully the next Pensive provides more context. For now, we should learn what Ramrock knows. I will be honest, I've no idea where to start.
Actually, I might know of someone. I saw Serona at the Three Broomsticks speaking to a goblin once. They seemed friendly.
Well, it's worth a try. See what you can find out. Of course, don't forget...
My studies. Yes, sir.
Before you go...
Professor?
Have you encountered swirling traces of magic in the world? Aside from those along our path?
Not that I recall. What are they?
Evidence of the Keeper's efforts to manipulate the power of ancient magic during our time. If I am correct, and I usually am, you should be able to use them to inform and enhance your own magic.
Thank you, sir. I will look out for them.
What was the purpose of that last cutscene? Oh, time goes by. Okay. It's a way to progress time. Let's see. Professor Fink will make you laugh. Will make you think. Running with a thing and the person. Night Professor clone for The Simpsons. That's interesting.
Revelio.
So, I guess we'll read our mail. Not that I want to. Oh, good God. I don't want to read all this. Alright, what do we got for quests? Improve your magical abilities to access the next trial. So I guess we gotta... Good fuck. Where in the map would this be? Today I attended Beast class, stopped at Professor Howen, where I learned to care for puffskeins and measles. Track quest, I suppose. Beast class. That doesn't give us anything. The Caretaker's Lunar Lament, EDB. Oh, you learn Alahomora. What is Alahomora? Hold on, I gotta leave the... Get like 25 menus in here.
I should ask.
Alamahora. Alamalora. Transformation. Glacius. Defendo. Bombarda. With Guardium. Leviosa. Cadabra. Crucio. Imperio. Wait, is that not a spell? Maybe it's not a spell. Depulso. Is it this one? Arresto Momentum. That's not it. Flipendo. It's not a. I don't think it's a spell. Alohomora. I'm pretty sure that's a spell. Let's see. It's Marks again. Alright, since he's asking me a question... I guess it's my obligation to answer. But because it's disruptive, I'm going to have to ban him after, just so everybody knows. Alright, so... long name that I'm not going to bother to read at this point. Hey Tibbs, it's Marks. Why did watching people get killed... Alright, well I guess I did bring that up on myself, didn't I? He says, hey Tibbs, it's Mark. Why did watching people get killed make you want pizza? Why did you let Axel call Dicha an idiot? You were a crappy friend. You should have kicked them over your homie. I don't recall ever hearing Axel call Dicha that. In fact, I've heard them get along for the most part. When Axel's drunk, he doesn't want to hear anything that's overly... where he can lose the argument is the way he put it. So I don't recall him ever calling Disha an idiot, so that's not true to my knowledge. But also for the first question you asked, because you asked two questions here, I guess. He said, why did watching people get killed make you want pizza? Well, if you watch the video on the stream that we're on, even I said there's no one dying in these at all. Like, he's like, these are death videos. I'm like, no, they're not. They're basically bad car accidents where you don't see anything really crazy. It's like, okay, a car got slammed into a wall. Everyone's fine. Because if you look at the videos, everyone was fine. I'm like, these are so tame. These aren't even death videos. The guy's like, well, you know. And so, and I was hungry. It had nothing to do with the videos, mind you. But if you watch the video where we were talking and he was showing me the Twitter account that had all them, it was basically... a compilation of car accidents, and it was just, he's like, these are death videos. I'm like, no, they're not. They're really, really tame, and that was the stupidity of it. So, basically, to answer your question, why did watch people get killed make you want pizza? Well, I was hungry, and people weren't dying. It had nothing to do with the videos. I was just hungry. I mean, I'm allowed to want pizza. And then I had some, right? And if no one was dying, you gotta watch. See, Marks, the problem that I have with you is you come in here and you create these extremely extravagant claims to get attention. And I'm aware that you really want my attention, because every single day you tag me in a post or you come into my chats and you try to ask me questions that you already have heard a million times over. And you know I don't think you're stupid, Marks. And I'm saying this... I'm not your friend, Marks, which means I'm going to be a lot more honest with you than you want, right? I don't think you're stupid. I think what you want is to get attention, even if it's getting attention the wrong way. And that's why you know, as well as I know, that most of this is just stupid. Like, I'll answer your questions, because I did say I would do that. If it's not a question, you're just insulting me, then out you go. It is a disruption, so I have to ban you every single time. But... if you're going to accuse me of something, accuse me of something I've actually done. Like, I've said the N-word, right? And I'm not proud of that, okay? Then again, that guy was stealing my content and attacking my family, and he did happen to be black. So, like, maybe hate me for that, right? Or hate me for criticizing you for things that you actually said that made you look really bad. You can hate me for that, even. But if you're going to lie about me, it doesn't work. Because people are going to ask you, well, where's the video? Unless you can pop up a video where you can visibly see me watching that kind of content, and I know you can't because what actually happened would never fit what you're saying, no one's going to care. and you're going to slowly lose more credibility. And I don't want that for anybody, because I think that if we're going to be able to talk on the internet, we should be able to at least, you know, make claims that you can back up, right? If you never make claims you can back up, no one's going to believe you. And then one day, you're going to cry wolf and no one's going to care. And then when the real thing comes along, you're going to be the sole reason no one does anything about it. And that's not me trying to put you down. I have more than enough reasons to put you down, Marks. But that's the truth of it. I'm not your friend. I don't like you, Marks, but I'm still trying to be civil, and that's why I'm being as honest as I am, because I know the truth brings you pain. I have more reason to tell you the truth than anyone else in my chats. If you're going to lie about me, you got to either make it convincing or easy solution, don't lie. I guess that's what that would be, right? Like that's fair. But anyway, I hope you're doing well. Go back to making all that money and getting all those views, because you always talk about that, right? And please, Mark, stop coming back. I mean that with all due respect. I have every reason to hate your guts and want to milk you for content for the joke that you are. But just don't come back. Make it easy for all of us, all right? You're being disruption anyway. So let's see. I think what we'll do... You gotta learn to pulso for this. You got a little 14 for this. So these ones we can't do. If we can figure out a focus potion, how do you use them simultaneously? Like, the effects have to be at the same time? I can find potions and recipes at J. Pippin's Potions. I think we'll do that. That would be easy. Acquire and use a focus potion. Okay. So... I don't want to go to Beast Last. But I do... Wait, what? There's a potions... let's see. Pub... that's stuff. That's wizard wear. Broom and Peck. Beast Pride products. Something else. These are locations, if nothing else. That's a broom place. Tomes and scrolls. That's a... It's not it. Is it this place? That's the one. That's the one we're looking for. Where did the spotlight go? Damn it. No, no, you bastard. This one. I want to mark this. There we go. And then we'll travel there. Anyway. Hope that answers every question, though. Let's see. I really do gotta make a video addressing that. That way I can just say a reference to this video.
Completed the tasks I've set for you.
Wait, actually, you know what? Let me see. We'll just have a whole bunch of videos regarding... we'll call it regarding... Death videos and pizza. It's a hell of a title. Death videos and pizza. And then what was the other one? Regarding PDF file accusations. If anything, he's giving videos to make, right? Let's see.
For pulling objects to the ground.
What do we need? Maxima and Endura, I think it was. Oh, it was outside. My bad, guys. I dropped the ball there. Let's see. I can't wait to learn lockpicking. That could B&E all these houses.
Hello there. In the market for potions?
Revelio.
Got a Maxima potion recipe. Recipe for a potion reduces the drinker's. I don't want to spend that kind of money though. Wait, I can't. Can I just buy straight up potions? Focus potion. Okay, that's a lot of money for a frickin'. Jesus Christ. All right, we'll buy one of these. God frickin' forbid. And then we'll buy one of these. Unbelievable. Alright, I guess we'll sell some stuff. Alright, let's see. I don't really want the fedora. It's cheap. I don't want the scarf.
Never hurts to keep my stocks replenished.
I don't want the hexagonal spectacles. I don't want the bathrobe. The crimson winter coat. It is kind of cool looking. I don't need this. I don't want the sweater vest. And then... yeah, I don't need this. What's funny is most of this is going to become available in the appearance changing tab no matter what. But part of me thinks I actually want the crimson winter coat though. Alright.
I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
I have no intention of ever coming back to this place. Alright, so what we should do is, how does this all work? Alright, we got... what are we doing here? So in order to beat this quest, we need to acquire and use a focus potion. And then acquire a maximum endurance potions, use them simultaneously. Okay. So we gotta use them both. Focus potion.
Excellent.
Oh my. That's messed up. A 10 potions class during the day. What's sad is I don't know where potions class is. Oh wait, look at a map, it'll tell me. So what is Depulso? And then we got her assignment. We need to pop balloons over Hogmead Station, which I have no idea where that is. We're here now. I mean, this is Hogmead. Alright, let's see. Hogsmeade Station. Let's go to the world map, I guess. So that must be the one. Alright. And then what was the other one? Garlic's assignment. Acquire and use a venomous tentacula. Acquire and use a magic of multiple enemies simultaneously. Alright, what the frick does with Guardian Leviosa do? I should know this because I played Harry Potter for God knows how long. Basically, it levitates and controls a movable object, controls position and movement, and use up, down, left, right to fine-tune its distance and rotation. When Guardian Leviosa is automatically cast an object summoned to you with Accio. Alright. I suppose that works. So, when do we, like, no longer be rock made? Meow! Thank God the cow's able to remove my rock formation. I love cats. I really would like to get a cat again. But I don't know. What is this? No. The music really makes this game not feel as dark as it could be. Just this uppity music. I like how there's people just walking through the, oh my god, it's Max! You're all very quiet. Let's see, D-Chat says, Axel never said that. He said it's impossible to talk to me because of how much I spit facts and not care about anything. Yeah, that sounds a lot more accurate. That sounds a lot more accurate. Because Axel likes to piss people off. Look, I don't dislike Axel, but that feels like that. It feels like that's what he's trying to do. And he does it for fun, and I'm not against it for that, okay? But he has said something very similar to that, if not exactly like that. Where the reason why he doesn't like talking to the D-Chat as much when we're live, it's only when we're live, mind you. Because remember, when we're live, it's all for the show. And the reason why is because he can't piss him off. And I've noticed that. I don't know how to piss off D-Chat either. Not that I'm trying, it's just, I'll say things, I'm like, oh, shit, I'm hoping I'm not offending him, and he's like, I don't give a shit, you're fine. So it's like, you know, we're being completely open and honest about the actual situation here. Axel's got a point. It's like, but that's a completely different thing than calling someone an idiot. Calling someone an idiot is a vastly different thing. So, alright, we got balloons above the station, so we're going to do this, and kaboom, and just go up and up and up and up and up and oh my god. I don't like the broom. Oh, it's really hard to navigate this. So you gotta use the right trigger is to go up and down. The left trigger is to churn, and R trigger is to actually go. Actually, you can mostly just churn with one hand, I've noticed. Do most of this with one hand. Scanning for the balloon. We're missing one. There it is. Looks like we're in the challenges menu. What's the challenges menu? Oh, challenges. Exploration. Pop 5 sets balloons while on your broom. And this one, the broom appearance word, Night Dancer. Okay, what is this? Inventory expansion. Oh, that's what that is. So that's how you do it. You basically do the Merlin trials to expand your inventory. Alright, what is this? These are just appearances. Combat. Goblin Silver Resistance 1. Yeah. Ooh, what is that? Dragon Hide Protector's Cloak. I'm probably never gonna wear that. Oh, wait. I didn't realize you could scroll down. There's so much you can do in this game. We got the Spider Slayer armor. Spider Slayer? You don't have to ask me twice. I can have a helmet? Oh, this game just created a whole new set of awesomeness. Alright, so quests. Legendary gloves. A cape. Black armor. A mask! Oh, I gotta do 4 more story quests in order to get that. That's fucking gay. Wait, is there more? Do I scroll down? No, that's it. Exploration. Okay. Field guide pages. We have glasses, gloves, hats, and the room requirement. We've done nothing for that. We really should go to the room requirement at some point. Although, it's whatever at this point. A Merlin trial? A Merlin trial? Wait, challenges. We need 6 more Merlin trials to get more inventory for gear. Do I really want to do all these? What is this thing? What is this? This is a small bandit camp, and this is apparently a treasure vault. Oh, that's what those are. I think I've been passing this up this whole time. Leopold Babcock. The fuck is that name? Anyway, let's just go talk to Leopold Babcock and try not to laugh while asking questions. Hancock is another one of those names, by the way. It's like, I know it's spelled Hancock, Hancock, like John Hancock from the Founding Fathers. But I'm like, you do realize people cannot talk to you without snickering because of your fucking name, right? I'm not trying to make fun of nobody. It's just, it's hard not to laugh when you know that people are immature like that. I'm immature, okay? I knew this person way back when. Okay. How do I talk about the story without putting someone on blast? Okay. So I was dating somebody at one point. We'll keep it short, sweet, to the point, right? And their last name was Hancock. And I was very young, okay? Like, I was still in beginning high school, okay? I dated in high school. Who doesn't, right? Anyway, I eventually would meet this person's father. Because we dated in high school, and then it was like every time you meet a girl in high school, right? It's like, well, if you can remember that far back, all right? Anyway, so she wanted me to meet her dad, and I was all cool with that. And then I found out the name. I knew her name. I was young and stupid back then. I didn't put 2 and 2 together that his name would be the same thing. So he's like, hello, John. My name is Mr. Hancock. I'm like, oh, we're just trying so hard not to laugh. And I honestly did not mean any disrespect by it because, but again, I was young, I was a kid, okay? I was young and stupid. Very stupid. But like, I'm over here desperately thinking of every horrible thing I can to convince my brain to stop even remotely coming to the thought of smirking. Because I don't want to ask what's so funny. And I'm over here like, your name! You know what I mean? Like, obviously, this is a hard thing to not laugh about. Because, again, I've always been immature to some extent. Hancock, though. See the problem, right? So, you know, it's one of those names. So, this guy being Labcock is just no better, if you ask my... Oh, wait, hold on. Let's go look at my gear. I don't know what we're about to see in this store, but let's see. So, I guess we can change appearance. Spider Slayer armor. Oh, it looks gay. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not good either. What is this? This looks like something you'd find off Etsy. What about this? I'm Batman. I gotta run around saying, because I'm Batman. Alright. What about this? What do we have? Oh wait, hold on, wrong button. I'm supposed to push appearance change. Yeah, it's literally Batman. Wait. I'm gonna be retarded here. Hold on. I guess we'll do the hat, and then we'll go to change appearance, and then we'll put on the helmet. And now, officially, I am Batman. I'm rethinking my whole life after looking at this. Oh look, now he's Jewish. That would be... Alright, I'm just gonna fuck off now. Let's go put back on the prison armor outfit thingy. That actually, surprisingly, is a pretty good combo. Alright, we'll do that.
Hello. Do you have anything for sale?
That I do, but what's a student like yourself doing out here? Got yourself lost, did you?
Just exploring the countryside a bit.
Aye. Nice to break the routine now and then. Bit of a wanderer myself, in fact. Name's Leopold Babcock, and I am indeed here to sell. Now, for someone like yourself who is also prone to wander, I cannot understate the importance of keeping some Wiggenweld potion on hand. I wouldn't dare set foot in a place like the Forbidden Forest without a steady supply. What do you say, my young friend? A measure of safety for the path ahead?
Something to consider. Thank you for your help, Mr. Babcock.
Aye, let me know if you see something you like.
What do you have for sale?
So he's basically a salesman for crap. Oh, mandrakes. Wait, does it care how I get them?
Thank you for your patronage.
666 is how much money I have left. Oh dear God, I've joined the dark side. Anyway. So we have a venomous tentacula.
That's been a pleasure.
Alright, so we have a couple quests here. I feel like we could do them now. I didn't realize... Collect troll bogies. What? When the hell was this assignment given? She wants me to collect troll bogies, so I need to find and defeat a troll to complete her assignment. Are you joking? Cast a pulso on a levitated enemy. But we don't have Depulso, do we? Oh, because technically, okay. With Guardian Leviosa, acquire and use a venomous tentacula. Acquire and use a mandrake. So we only need to use one. Okay, I'm glad we only bought one of each. So I guess we'll go to the where's the forest? Where's the lovely forest from hell? Hogwarts region, I don't care about that. Coral Ruins, Mooncalf Den, Merlin Trial, Flight Test. Do that later, if anything. Actually, we really should do that next. That we can get out of the way and do that. Let's see, what is this? The Forbidden Forest. Alright, I said a boom chicka boom. All we need to do is like use each one once, right? It should be simple, I think. Are they joking? Alright, let's see. Where is the Forbidden Forest? Here it is. The way marker was messing with me. We need to find a bandit camp or some place where I can throw things at people. Oh, perfect. Let's go across and greet the neighbors. What's a Doug dog? Holy for holy.
Don't try that Expelliarmus nonsense on. If it isn't Nora Treadwell's precious little guardian.
Protego!
Avoiding our problems, are we? Admirable trick.
Assignment's all finished. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Levioso. Accio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Alright, so we did the other assignment now. A Doug Bog tongue.
Protego. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
I guess I can't get the deer. Actually, I should have made them float first. Ew. There's nothing normal in this forest, I swear. Alright, now what? How's everybody doing tonight? We really should go do more main story stuff. Actually, what are our quest options? Beast class. Require a level of 13. I think we're there. Herbology class, potions class, and the Quidditch pitch. We can knock out all three and make it easy. Alright, let's go do that. Actually, you know what? I'm just over here. I know I shouldn't be flying out here, but I'm going to anyway. Because you know why? It's better than walking. They're like, but you're not allowed to fly out here. Watch me. Alright, there's one more balloon at, oh, there it is. All we have to do is get these one more balloon, and then we got 3 new spells.
Brilliant.
Alright, I'm leaving now. Because I don't want to do this quest. Quest. Now we're gonna knock them all out one by one. Wait, what is this? Yeah, I don't want to do that. Oh, wait, Descendo is different. You learn Descendo. What the hell is Descendo? Alright, let's see. Potions classroom. Let's do it. It's gonna be some wild cutscene, I'm sure. To be like, hey everybody, this is what class looks like at Hogwarts. And I'm over here like, you know, I don't remember what I was gonna say. Oh wait, it's this way. I'm all embarrassed. Like, sorry guys, I dropped the ball. Wait, hold on. What is happening here?
Now, was it 2 pinches of Angelica?
I think I have to mark the quest. Dag nabbit. I don't know what I do. Let's see. Boom. Alright, hold on. Get a terrible itch. 20. Oh, I was in the right place. I'm sorry, guys. This is not interesting. It's just that's what classes look like, I guess.
How are your assignments coming along?
I completed your assignments, Professor.
Good. You should be ready to learn Depulso. Let's see what you can do. Concentrate. Do not let your mind wander. You've got it now. If you'd like to practice, and I think you should, perhaps best not to go flinging your classmates about the halls. I suggest having a go at the enchanted books here.
Oh, it pushes things. Alright, so we'll replace this.
Well done. I'm glad to see that you seem staunchly determined to master your spellcasting.
Alright. Ah, God, my belly's getting pinched. Quests to the Caretaker's Lunament. That is actually the next story quest. The Hogwarts caretaker wishes to speak with me, but saying I should find him near the reception hall. We'll do that later. I gotta get more. So we'll do locate on map. Oh, that's outside. I saw it said flying class as I pushed it. I'm like, oh no. I'm outside. Oh no. Oh no. Whatever.
How did you get on with those tasks?
Madam Kagawa, I completed the list of tasks you
Kagawa.
assigned.
Wonderful. I trust you became more familiar with your broom through the process?
Yes, Professor.
That's good to hear. Keep it up, and perhaps one day you'll have a spot on the Quidditch team. If Black ever permits Quidditch again. Well, with those tasks out of the way, let us get started.
What did she just say?
Glacius.
Can't blame that on black people. That's
Pay
so
attention to your
racist.
wand work.
She's Asian. What do you expect? It just, wow.
Well done. I'd recommend that you practice your new spell here in my office before taking it out into the world.
It's kind of sad that you only get 4 spells. Oh, there it is. This is a control spell.
There you go. Catching on quickly.
Wow. That was alright, I guess. I'm over here thinking to myself, God, it's lonely in here tonight. Does they want to give you some company and say hi? No. All 6 people are just like, we're just gonna watch quietly from behind the scenes. Alright, guys. That's fine. I can't complain. Did it to myself. Let's see. We can learn. We need TiBBzT to do this. And did we just learn TiBBzT? I can't remember. Oh yeah, we did. We did. So let's go to Wingardium Leviosa, which is like the first spell you even find out about in Harry Potter. Where is it at? Library. Fly out the... Wait, what? Where the hell is it? Attend herbology class during the day. Alright, this ought to be good. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Well, we're like, the hell? Where'd it go? It didn't even take me anywhere. And then I'm like, oh, I gotta learn to read. You guys gotta remember, I gotta learn to read. I'm kidding. I know how to read. I'm just being a dick. Not really. Kinda. Who knows? I'm not even learning anything in these classes.
I've completed my assignments, Professor.
It's high school over again.
Pleased to hear it. Professor Weasley will be too. I'll be sure to let her know how well you're coming along.
Thank you, Professor.
Professor Hecat tells me she taught you Levioso, so you should be ready for a more advanced levitation charm. Wingardium Leviosa requires a bit of concentration and a nice, graceful.
Why is she teaching me Wingardium Leviosa?
Try your hand at it.
That just dawned on me. Why is she the one teaching me about this?
You should be able to pick up boulders as though they were sprigs of sneezewort.
Of all people that teach me this, I feel like it shouldn't be her. She's herbology. Potions would even be a little bit wrong, but... Alright. Yeah, I know this works.
Well done!
I believe it or not, I've been using Wingardium Leviosa for my everyday activities. Oh wait, what is this? Stupefy is essential. This is Protegio. Revelio. Oh, these are ones you have to have. And this is Ala Homora. Grants access to a variety of locked rooms and containers throughout the world. Oh, this is the one. So that means that quest to do this is the one where you get to... Okay. Alright. We're going to need to unlock that at some point. Wait, what is this? Cast X when prompted near a valid lock. Okay.
Leviosa here in the green.
Oh, wait. What the hell am I doing?
It's out for you.
Wingardium Leviosa.
You're a natural.
Right over her head. That's just not fair, man. Not that I was trying to kill my teacher or anything, but that's a little bit unfair, man. I was promised carnage. Alright, let's see. It's T for teen. This shit's gonna keep happening, clearly. So, we can get a beast class, but that just makes me feel like I want to have an abortion, so we aren't going to do that. Find Lovelock the Goblin, attend beast class, find what... Oh, we need to do the beast class. Son of a bitch. Talk to Gladwin. Speak to Serona. my Serona. Anyway, I guess we'll do this, because that's a progress. So wait. We can learn about Ala Homora, or the fuck it's called. Alright. Where's this on the map? It's in the grand staircase, I guess. Is there a place nearby? There we go. No, there's not. It's all very distant. Alright, I guess we go this way then? Yeah, it's in the grand staircase. We'll do... I'm cool with that. Let's do that one. I will never understand how you do these. So I got squid, hydra, squid, hydra. What's in the middle of those? Lizard, I guess? I don't know how to activate it. And they got 23, 15. I don't even know. What is this? No one wants to teach me this, so I'm just not going to bother to figure it out. Just bolt down. Maybe we can jump off the staircase before it closes. Oh, wait, never mind. Grand staircase is a bit chaotic, man. The fact the stairs are never actually there long term. Jeez. Quest start.
How would you like to learn the knockback jinx Flipendo? Once you've completed the necessary tasks, come and find me in the greenhouse.
What's Flipendo? Hold on, what's Flipendo? Alright, this is Arresto Momentum. I don't care about that. This is Transformation. While cool to turn people into barrels and stuff like that, not quite what I'm looking for. This is, oh, this is Flipendo. Flips objects and enemies upwards and backwards. This is basically, this is how you want, if you want to screw with people, you basically with Guardium Leviosa, the bitch ass, and then you start spinning them in circles till they throw up. I'm assuming wizards can throw up. I've never, oh wait, have we seen it? Slugs, that one movie. Yeah, they do throw up. Okay, yeah, that could work. We could do that. These are 4 spells. So we're a Jedi. I want to learn Bombarda. It deals heavy damage. Actually, this is the only one I want. Because it says, literally in the description, kills enemies instantly. Does that mean any enemy? Yes. Any enemy. Which means, you know, that's like the end of the game right there. Because at that point, there's no challenge anymore.
My classroom to learn Defindo, the severing charm. It's typically used to cut an object, but can be a powerful weapon when needed.
Alright, so apparently there's an Asian man
you
looking
are
at me.
ready to learn Arresto Momentum, the slowing charm. It allows you to freeze objects or people in midair. Simply complete a few tasks and then come and see me.
My button just pinched my belly. Fuck, that hurt. So they're gonna teach me a whole shitload of spells. Alright, here's this Asian man. Fucking creep.
Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. And from what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night.
What the fuck? Thanks for the montage.
Now, if you wouldn't mind humoring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue. Oh, odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed, which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of two statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
I'd be glad to help you, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I knew I could count on you. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in? Alahomora, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital wing. Good luck. Oh, and thank you.
Alohomora.
Use L and R to remove the sparks from which the dials until both fingers are activated to release the lock. don't understand the... You know what? I'm gonna look up how exactly Hogwarts. There's somebody online that probably explains this better than the actual game. Aloha Mora. How does it work? Because the Chinese guy or the fuck isn't telling me much. How the hell do you use Aloha? Wow, it's the first one that comes up from a year ago. Simply put, use a circle around a display until you feel the vibration. Once in place, hold it and repeat with the other stick. Oh, okay. I love this post. Am I just unbelievably stupid or what the hell? How do you freaking solve the Aloha Mora puzzle? Like, what the fuck do they want from you in this minigame? Please advise. Alright, so the game doesn't explain it all. Yeah, I'm not watching a YouTube video for it. The 8 basic directions are the directions you need to check. East, northwest, etc. Take one of the joysticks, move them in each direction till you find the right one, and the thing starts rolling. Then do the same with the second joystick and keep them both in place until the door opens. Still in control of the joystick, move the joystick circles with you a vibration when you're close to the correct direction. Alright, that makes sense. Turn one color first till you feel that vibration. Yeah, I just read that. But thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Because it doesn't explain really, you know what I mean? Alright, so actually let's do one at a time. Oh, I feel it. Alright. Fist pump.
Well done! You're in. Remember, use a disillusionment charm so no one claps eyes on you. This is a restricted area of the castle.
Alright, so I guess we'll use this. Alright. I definitely want to explore a bit. I shouldn't be in here, but I'm still going to come in here to look. That's a level 2 lock. We're not there yet. Wait, how do we get to level 2? Okay, I'll read that some other time. Being that it's Mr. Fig, we probably should read it now. It's like, why wouldn't we? Caster Revelia reveals authority figures on enemy locations, allowing you to scout ahead and remain undetected. Alright, that's what's up,
Revelio.
Okay.
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Okay. Just picking up paperwork at this point. Oh, that is literally the coolest thing. Alright. I had this weird feeling this wasn't it. It's an upside down painting.
Revelio.
How are your students getting on?
Revelio.
Rather poorly, I'd say.
Is that so?
We're raising a generation of coddled cape flappers that can scarcely tell the difference between Aconite and Asphodel.
Okay, they're probably both upstairs.
This must be the prefect's bathroom. Revelio.
Stirring up trouble. Perhaps Ranrock and his lot wouldn't be so combative if the ministry would allow them to have wands. One of those goblins comes near me.
Aloha, Mora.
I'm a prefect too, you twit. That's it. 50 health points. You know you can't do that.
Revelio. Revelio.
Plenty of other perils and pitfalls to send them my way.
I suppose Professor Blackman is fair. About Quidditch being cancelled.
I had planned to bet a few galleons on Hufflepuff this season.
Hufflepuff? Not Ravenclaw?
Revelio.
Something. Perhaps not. Anyway, I had high hopes for Hufflepuff. I was finally going to learn the Quidditch rules.
It's a majestic sport. Encompasses the whole of the human condition. Flying about in the golden ship. Rather a lot of fun.
The music makes it sound so... Like, this game could be truly intimidating with the cast and everything, but it's like the music kind of makes it uplifting in a lot of ways.
Revelio.
Slip around. Slip around. Okay, we're Gucci, we're Gucci. Get some jobs, berries, thingies.
Aloha, Mora.
Probably gonna read all those later. You know, this actually reminds me, you never do hear Like, you never see teachers sleep or anything. They're just always just there.
Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected TiBBz. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
It's definitely intriguing. I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar, and I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that.
All right.
Oh, I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
All right, let's see. What do we got for quests? Beast class, the helm of Urktokot. Grow and harvest fluxweed. Acquire all 3 plants, use them simultaneously. What are the other plants? Oh, comet plants. Practice flying near the spires. Practice flying near Keenbridge Tower. Okay. Professor Sharp's time. Acquire and use the invisibility potion. Acquire and use the thunder potion against enemies. That's going to take some work. And then we got a Nye's assignment. Collect troll bogies. That's for Descendo. Alright. Well, we're unlocking most of the spells. Alright. So, it is currently 1:05 a.m. And I knew this stream was going to be a lot shorter than the ones I've been having, because we started like 3 or 4 hours later than usual. We're definitely got a long way to go. Let's see. Let me see what I got here. Because I got this checklist that helps me understand where we're at. 20 and 21. Yeah, we got about 23 quests left. Or 23 main missions. Alright, so I'm going to call it here, guys. I'm going to be done for the night. I'll get back on tomorrow. And tomorrow, we will, maybe we'll try to knock this all out tomorrow. No promises, but normally I stream from 6 o'clock to about 12. Sometimes 1 or 2. Well, it's been 4 o'clock that we've been doing this. And Saturdays, it's always longer. So tomorrow, we might knock this out, because I think in 7 to 8 hour stream, we could definitely do it. And that's what tomorrow's stream will probably be, because it's Saturday. Between 4 and 6 p.m. is most likely what it's going to be, because it's usually what it usually is on Saturdays. And then, if we knock this out, then I will find, we might start the horror marathon for October early. I don't see why not. I will have a definitive list of things we could play for October, so we'll find something worth playing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm going to tune out for the night. I'll see you in the next one.